Hello everyone, I'm Josh Gitalis, clinical nutritionist, and today I have with me Rachel Parent, a 13-year-old advocate and educator on genetically modified foods. Welcome, Rachel.
Hi, thank you for having me today. It's great.
Oh, well, thank you. So, I guess my first question is, the listeners are probably pretty curious why you got so interested in genetically modified foods.
Well, I had to do a speech for my school, and I really wasn't sure what to do it on, but I knew about how GMOs impacted everyone. So I decided I'd do it on that topic because it's such an amazing topic to do it on. And as I learned more and more about it, I just couldn't stop, and I've been doing it ever since.
Wow, that's a great story. And, I'm sure a lot of people don't even know what a GMO is. They've never even heard of it before. Could you tell us what it is exactly?
For sure. A GMO is the laboratory process of taking the genes from one species and inserting them into another so that they can get a desired trait or characteristic. So, to give you an example, they took the strawberries, and this was a while ago, and they inserted fish genes, and a certain fish created its own antifreeze.
Wow.
And so when they put it into the strawberry and shipped it, it wouldn't freeze.
Wow, that is crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty phenomenal.
Do some people hear that and not even believe that it's true?
Yeah, I've had a lot of people ask me, where are all the studies? And I show them, and then they become believers, right?
Right, yeah. Sometimes that's what it takes. And so what foods would be genetically modified? Where do we have to look out for this?
Well, 94% of soy is GMO, 90% of cotton, 90% of canola, 95% of sugar beets, and 88% of corn. Those are the big ones.
Wow.
And then there's also 88% of Hawaiian papaya and more than 50% of zucchini,
Wow,
So,
that doesn't leave much food because is it true that corn is in almost all processed foods or soy?
yeah, both corn, soy, and canola are very big ingredients in many of the products that you would buy off the shelf. So it's really tough, and when you see vegetable oil in your food, it's a mixture between either soy and canola or soy and corn or corn and canola,
Yeah. I've always found it interesting when they put vegetable oil but don't tell us which vegetables it comes from.
Exactly.
Yeah. So now we know.
Yeah.
So if I was to go to a grocery store and I wanted to stay away from all of the genetically modified foods, what foods should I buy? What part of the store would I shop in? What would I look for?
Well, there are a lot of organic foods that you can buy because organic is a big thing, and it really is a better choice. I mean, it's up to the consumer, but it's a much healthier choice, and you can look for the Non-GMO certified project, and it's a sticker that'll be on it. So, for instance, Nature's Path, they have the Non-GMO project label on it, and that just lets you know that it's a non-GMO product.
Oh, okay. So some companies are voluntarily revealing whether they're non-GMO or they are, like they're putting on a label?
Yeah. And it's not legal right now that they have to, they don't have to. And so, but most companies that are organic and don't have anything to hide will go out and put the sticker on it because they want their consumers to know that it's not GMO.
Right. Well, that's great. Are there any laws on the way that might be, telling the companies they have to put GMO on their product?
There was a proposition in California, and it was to label GMOs.
Uh-huh.
And it was so close. It was 47 to 53, I believe. So it was really close. We almost won, but it didn't pass. But again, if everyone knows about it, we can pressure the government and hopefully will get those labeled soon.
Right, right. Yeah, I guess that's a good first step, just to the fact that there was even a bill to possibly get that regulated, and now
Sure.
a lot more people are aware.
It goes in baby steps. That was the start, and we're going to continue.
Absolutely, absolutely. And at school, do you tell your friends about GMOs?
I really do. I hand out flyers to them, and I tell them about it, and every time it comes up at lunch, I'm like, that has GMOs in it. And they go, okay. So then they throw it out, and they start with something new, like an orange or an apple, and they seem to, be more conscious of their health choices now.
Oh, wow, that's great. And do you ever tell adults that they're eating GMOs and stop them?
Yeah, sometimes I do. Let's say we have friends over and we're eating something that could possibly have GMOs. I'll bring the subject up and be like, this probably has GMOs in it. And then it tends to be that people don't eat it as much after that.
Wow, wow. And are there, we've talked a lot about GMOs, but why are they so, dangerous? Do they actually cause problems with people and their health?
Well, they definitely do pose some serious health risks, including, there were some feeding studies with rats, and rats are mammals, so it could possibly happen with humans, too.
Right.
And the rats had tumors, damaged immune systems, smaller brains, livers, birth defects, even, reproductive problems. They were infertile, so it's a big thing. And then also, allergies. You never saw allergies before, and now they're huge. A lot of kids have allergies.
Yeah, definitely. I saw some pretty extraordinary pictures on your website of these mice that were eating GMOs, and they didn't look too healthy.
No, they're filled with cancer and tumors. The tumors are probably the size of 2 golf balls together in some of the spots, and these rats are very unhealthy after eating the GMOs for 2 years. So if that can happen to rats, it can definitely happen to humans. And we've seen, cancer rates go up, too.
Yeah.
So it just makes you wonder.
Absolutely. And if these things are so dangerous, why do you think we're allowed to have them in the stores?
It's all about money. The companies, they want more money, and it's cheaper to purchase the GM crops to manufacture. So we're allowed to have it on the shelves because it's just a big circle of, what's the cheapest to buy and manufacture, and what'll be the least labor.
Absolutely. So it all comes back to money and to the dollar. Is there a company that makes these GMOs?
The company, the main one, is Monsanto. They were the ones who started it off, and they're the biggest one right now.
Wow, wow. Yeah, I've heard of them before. So, if you could tell, your classmates, younger people, older people, one message about GMOs, what would it be?
GMOs have to be stopped, and right now the biggest thing is stopping the alfalfa, because the alfalfa spreads very easily, and they're trying to accept it into Canada. So just stand strong and believe in what you fight for. And if we can get this stopped, we have hope.
Great message, Rachel. Thank you so much. That's some great information, and I'm sure you'll open up the minds of many people who've never even heard of GMOs before.
Thank you very much.
All right, take
care. It's
care.
a pleasure being here.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.